Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. It's heating up, and that means you need fragrances that you can wear whenever you want. Don't worry fam, I got you. 15 different options, all of these linked down below. Kicking off with a fragrance that everybody's gonna completely overlook, while at the same time, it's gonna be literally everywhere in existence. Just freaking Sauvage. The Eau de Toilette. So yeah, it's basically the most popular fragrance in the world. So, like I said, it is everywhere. But when it comes to people talking about fragrances, a lot of times, you just don't mention it. It's like the elephant in the room. You just go, ah, Sauvage. That guy. I hate that guy. Is it because it smells awful and everybody hates it? Nah. Is it because of Johnny Depp? Nah. Is it because it's expensive? Nah. I just hate popular stuff. So yeah, Sauvage Eau de Toilette, it's super popular, it is everywhere, but if you're looking for something that will crush it whenever you want, like any situation you find yourself in, this is one of the best. It has a bunch of ambroxan, kind of a metallic opening. You've got citrus in there, bergamot off the top, black pepper as well. If you wanted, you could rock with the Eau de Parfum, which is gonna be a little bit smoother. It's gonna have more vanilla in there, so a nice little touch of sweetness as it dries down. But if we're just talking about the fresher of the two, the one that's gonna be better suited to wear in spring and summer, it's gonna be this one. Do be aware though, it's strong, okay? It projects, it lasts. So if you spray this on really, really heavy in the middle of summer, it could be too much. But as long as you keep those sprays in check, you're golden. Something newer, CH Men Swing, Carolina Herrera. Now the bottle looks slick. I like the look, this whole Argyle pattern and everything, the little Carolina Herrera logo right here on the front. It looks really good. And the fragrance smells good too. It has pistachio in there, which makes sense because it's got all the green pistachio color scheme kind of vibes going on here. And also the fragrance itself is dyed green. So they're definitely leaning into that aesthetic. It's supposed to be inspired by golf, essentially, hence the name. And it does smell good, like really, really good actually. The only drawback for me is it still smells like CH Men. The Carolina Herrera CH Men limited edition line is just like non-stop. It never ends. I'm not sure how well you can see them, but I have some of them lined up like back here, and that's not all of them, but it gives you an idea of how many there are. And the problem with some of them is you can spray them side by side and be like, oh yeah, that smells like CH Men. So does that one. So does that one. So does that one. They just each get their own little twist, which this one has. It has kind of like an aqua Fahrenheit-ish undertone to it, so kind of like freshening up CH Men and giving it a spritz of aqua Fahrenheit. But yeah, as far as the fragrance itself goes, smells great. You can wear it pretty much whenever you want. It's gonna crush it. It is limited, so it's not gonna be around that long, which means it has the opposite kind of vibe going on as Sauvage. You know, everybody has this one. Not many people are gonna have this one. It's just, if you have a bunch of CH Men fragrances, you may smell this one and be like, okay, cool. We are retreading the same ground for the 75th time. Interesting. I do hope that Herrera eventually comes out with a new line of fragrances, like a whole new vibe, instead of just rehashing the same one until its decayed corpse is completely erased from the world. That's what they're doing with this. Or, you know, Bad Boy, because that's basically all they have right now. So give me something new. Maybe bring back CH Men Privé, turn that into its own thing. All that said, this stuff still crushes. This next fragrance, way under the radar, Montagne Afternoon Dive, looks as plain as can possibly look, and it smells similar to Afternoon Swim. Yeah, go figure. Afternoon Dive, tricky. It's got some of the notes on the front there, orange, bergamot, marine accord, and by some notes, I mean, that's pretty much, that's the notes. It's got more push than Afternoon Swim, obviously way cheaper than Afternoon Swim, and the quality on these Montagne dupes is extremely high. I guarantee you, if you saw this in the store alongside all these other fragrances, you would think that is definitely gonna be the worst of the bunch. You would be surprised. It is a crazy good Afternoon Swim alternative. All right, bros, this next one's pretty big. It is Mugler Cologne. That's what she said. Mugler Cologne, man, this is a classic at this point. It has been around the block. It used to get talked about a lot more, not as much nowadays, but this stuff still absolutely annihilates if you're looking for something that is soapy, clean, and fresh. They did change the name. Instead of just being Mugler Cologne, now it's Mugler Cologne Come Together, because they came out with a bunch of different multicolored Mugler Colognes. And the way this comes across is really similar to Creed's original Vetiver, which is much more expensive than this scent and is surprisingly not actually a massively Vetiver forward fragrance, but who cares? So Mugler Cologne right there absolutely rips. Something more modern up next, Polo 67 Extreme in my tiny little baby bottle. Absolutely adore the way this stuff smells. The citrus is fantastic off the top. It also has caramel in there as it dries down, solar notes as well, which gives it this really nice warming sweetness as you hit that dry down. It also has a modern woody aspect in there as well. It's the type of fragrance that realistically you can rock year round. Like middle of winter, you can pull this stuff off, but during summer it smells amazing as well. And Polo 67 for me, consistently one of the best new lines. Admittedly, they only have 3 fragrances in there, but each one of them is really good. So whether you go with the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, or this one, you're in good hands. Let's get a little retro smelling with this one, Kaaf. This is Ahmed al Maghribi, and it smells similar to Percival, which smells similar to Legend, which smells similar to Fierce. Yeah, that's what this is. It is right in that style, right in that wheelhouse. So I think of any fragrance on this planet, if you were to call them a mall fragrance, it would be those. And I know some people use that as an insult. You know, it's like, oh, that's a mall fragrance. That's for losers. Idiots wear that. That's not really true. A lot of those mall fragrances are some of the most versatile compliment pulling scents in the world that have ever existed. And this one is right in that style. It lasts forever. It projects extremely well. It's cheap. Whole bunch of lavender in here, spritz of watermelon off the top as well. They did come out with a new flanker called Noir, the Noir version of this, I should say. That one smells more like K Eau de Parfum from Dolce & Gabbana. So it's like a completely different vibe. And between the two, I like this one more. Just not a massive fan of the K line of fragrances. Some of them are better than others. Like some of them are actually not too bad. But on the whole, I think I would take, Y over K. Next fragrance is gonna be a little more expensive. It is from Ormonde Jayne. It's Montagne Verano, which nowadays is just Verano. So they dropped the Montagne. Another fragrance with fantastic performance for a summertime scent. A lot of people will think of summer fragrances, fresh fragrances as just being 4 hours and then they're done. You don't have that worry with this one. It also has kind of an interesting note breakdown because there's a lot of citrus in here, which you expect a lot of times with summertime fragrances, but it also has tea and tobacco. That doesn't sound right. And leather. What? Yeah, actually it has a pretty busy note breakdown. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but don't worry, it's more of fresh tobacco for whatever that's worth. And it absolutely has that Ormonde Jayne DNA front and center, which if you've ever smelled Ormonde fragrances like Ormonde Man or the original Montagne, any of those, you know what I'm talking about. Absolutely fantastic, daytime or evening, spring, summer, fall, or winter. Now the next scent is a little bit controversial, but I have always loved this stuff. I was just wearing it the other day, got some good reactions from it, so I'm still rocking with it. But before I share that fragrance with you, I wanna share these codes with you. They're also linked in the description so you can check them out down there and just copy paste. Got coupon codes for FragFlex where you can save 10% off anytime you shop there. Codes for JOMASHOP, for the perfume box, for Beauty House, and more. So anytime you shop at any of these discounters, whether it's for niche, designers, clones, whatever, use those codes, save yourself some cash. Eros Energy. What is that? It's a weird way. Eros Energy is good. I know a lot of people are like, nah, you're insane. It sucks. I still rock with this stuff. The citrus off the top, super attention grabbing. Smells great. It's got that balance of rindiness and freshness and sweetness and brightness and lots of nesses all in one. I just inhaled some. It tastes way better than a lot of other fragrances that I have accidentally inhaled lately. That's not too terrible. I'm not gonna drink the stuff, but I'm getting a little bit of that citrus on the palate. Nice. Ugh. It does have a lot of citrus though. It does have a bunch. And it is, as I mentioned, a little bit more rindy, a little bit more of a zestiness to it than a bunch of other citrus notes you're gonna find in other fragrances that are sometimes sweetened up more and that edge gets removed. Here, it's still there, which I like. It's gonna remind you a little of Aventus Cologne when you spray the fragrance on, which is not a bad thing for me because Aventus Cologne you can rock whenever you want. It's way more expensive than this. And even though it does not really fit in with the other Eros fragrances as far as how it smells, it's definitely like off on an island doing its own thing. It's an island that I don't mind being on. Now I want to share with you Uranus. Oh man. Yes, Uranus. You could be one of those people who's trying to keep it cool and be like, no, it's Uranus. No, Uranus. That's what it is. It is legitimately spelled or if you want to be like brain rot, anus. Okay, enough of that. I'm not gonna say the name again. You get it. This one is by Velixer, smells similar to Louis Vuitton's Meteor. Meteore. And like most Velixer releases, it is goofy levels of good. As with lots of fragrances in that Louis Vuitton style, a bunch of citrus off the top, just big blast, but it's gonna be a smoother citrus, less zesty in comparison to something like this. Then you have neroli in there, a little bit of vetiver, fresh spices with a touch of warmth as well, and really, really solid performance. The stuff smells fantastic and you don't have to age it. How nice. And I do wanna bring one thing up just as an aside. I am fully convinced at this point that Louis Vuitton hires out a company or something to go downvote every single fragrance that is inspired by Louis Vuitton scents. In terms of what they smell similar to, I mean, not like downvoting the actual fragrance like review bombing, but going in there and just being like, no, it smells nothing like anything Louis Vuitton, and they just try to confuse everybody. It's pretty funny. Rayhaan Nocturno Elixir. Now this smells similar to Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif. So it is not that type of like fresh summertime, like middle of the day, ultra hot, 100% humidity type of fragrances. This is more for a slightly cooler summer day or during the evening. And of course, also you could wear it spring or fall or winter or whatever. Also just like Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif. And there are a bunch of different BDC L'Exclusif dupes that have come out here over the past month or so, really, or a couple months, I guess. And of the ones that I own, which I'm sure I don't own all of them because at this point, yeah, I don't even have enough room. Like I keep up with, you know, new releases. I go to the different discounters and stores and stuff like that, and iFragrance and all that, and I search for new things, but so many things are coming out that it's like, I physically, at some point, I'm gonna run out of room. I'm gonna be just sleeping underneath a mountain of friggin' clone bottles. That's how often they come out. But I try to get all the big ones, and of the Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusif dupes that I have, this one is clearly the best one, and it's not close. At least not yet. Again, who knows what comes out. It hits all the right points, it has the performance, it has the quality, and the similarity. So if you're looking for BDC L'Exclusif, you can get that. Let's go with something that is absurdly, stupidly, absurdly priced to the point of absurdity. Creed. Oh, fancy seeing you here, bud. It is Wild Vetiver, which I bought from France because it was cheaper to buy it in France and have it shipped here than it was to buy in the US at retail. You may be asking yourself, if you're not up with what Creed goes for retail nowadays, well, how much is Wild Vetiver at full retail? Well, it's, yeah, for one bottle, and that's not Creed's most expensive stuff either. That's just kind of like, that's normal Creed pricing, right? Oof. So Wild Vetiver, when this was announced, I was hyped because I love vetiver. And I gotta tell you, it does not really smell that vetiver forward. There's vetiver in here, but enough that I would call it wild vetiver? Probably not. All that being said, the versatility is locked in. The quality is good. The performance is actually surprisingly good because Creed sometimes, with some releases, you know, people will go, oh, that stuff is so weak for the price, but this is solid. Black currant, bergamot, pink pepper, rose, like a pretty good amount of rose. It's fresh, it's not heavy and jammy, but you get more of that, more of the floral aspect coming through than the actual vetiver. Completely unisex, smells amazing in spite of the price. Vision by Maison Asrar. This one's similar to Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton again, but with a twist. This is not really like a direct one-to-one. It is a monster. This stuff lasts a long, stupid long time and projects heavily for a fresher type scent. Citrus, black currant, and tea, some of the notes in the fragrance. Big attention grabber, a bunch of musk in there as it dries down. Two fragrances, rapid fire, Acqua di Gio Profondo and YSL Myself Absolute. Two of my personal favorites. I think if you're gonna rock with the Acqua di Gio at this point, you don't have any of them. The best one to get is either Profondo Eau de Parfum, this one, or Acqua di Gio Parfum. This is a great updated take on the Acqua di Gio DNA with a little bit more of minerality to it, less floral notes, a little green touch, extremely well done. And then YSL Myself, as of this video, the newest Myself fragrance, though there was a new one coming out like any time now. This one basically takes that Myself DNA that works extremely well any time of year and gives it a nice zesty punch with ginger off the top, and it is a certified compliment monster. Last fragrance, a little bow tie on it, Xerjoff Mephisto Gentiluomo, which is also going to remind you a little bit of potentially Creed Silver Mountain Water, which the original Mephisto is also similar to. Lavender, citrus, violet, and iris. It is supposed to be, kind of as the name will tell you, a more gentlemanly, classier version of that DNA. And the lid pops. Great longevity, perfect as an office fragrance as long as you don't go too heavy. And something that can set you apart pretty easily in the summertime months compared to the more standard things out there. Not that there's anything wrong with those. So there we go, guys. 15 different summertime fragrances, most of these with great performance that will crush in pretty much any situation. You can rock these all summer long. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me here until the end. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.